Okay, so this is just a general basic information guide about the Minecraft Bedrock add-on sieves and things. I'm not going to be going over my automation setups any more than I already have in their respective videos. But this is just basic information for people who don't want to watch those guide videos, but still want to know at least a little bit about how the automation works. This is not going to replace full guides made by other content creators, because again, that's not the scope of what I want to be doing. This is just basic information. So, also, updates have already been confirmed by the developers, which may change some of this information. So this video may be removed from the playlist that I have for sieves and things, and a new one may be made in its place. Also, for those who are wondering, I'm pretty sure I mentioned in at least one of my videos about um a guide, like new guides for my machines, assuming you have that also uses the storage drawers add-on. Those will be coming later. I'm waiting on some glitches to be fixed with that fix some odd behaviors between the two add-ons, because it will make the design so much simpler. But anyway, so basic information number one. This thing obviously produces far faster than even two auto hammers produce. One update mentioned is speeds of the auto sieves and auto hammers will be rebalanced. Maybe there'll be upgrades to increase it. Maybe they'll just be faster so that this chest doesn't just fill up. Who knows? Thing number two is this isn't technically automation, but it is useful information. 1 second. I obviously did not prepare for this at all. So give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Okay, I'll just chuck myself in. Actually, wait, no, place all the... Oh my god, stupid phone. Okay. I'll need more meshes. This isn't technically automation, but this is something that some of you may wish to know. Also, I'll grab crooks. Okay, so now go into survival. Nope, that one. That works. That's just basic behavior with the add-on. It's very convenient for sieving lots of things, obviously. Also, there's that, like, if you want to... Plus what dirt gives you. I guess I did say this is automation, but clearly nothing was planned, which is the point. There's a glitch. So first off, here's first glitch that I'm mentioning. There's a lot more items in my inventory right now than you can see, as you can tell by anyone who's used Bedrock before that may be familiar with that glitch. Oh, there's even more beetroot seeds. Oh, that's convenient then. So you do that. And now look at all the crap. I forget the total, like, what you can get from crooking grass. Another glitch is, that's supposed to do what it does with grass, but it does not. That should be fixed at some point soon, hopefully. Soon, TM, for those that know that joke. Also, this will only give you seeds, pumpkin, or this will only give seeds and saplings. And I guess mangrove propagules as well, and a few other random things. Sieving dirt will give crops. I mean, I guess just show you the table for it right here. And then, as mentioned in one of the other guides, these are a 4-to-1 conversion rate to cobblestone. So you, I guess, could like filter this and like autocraft that, or autocraft these rocks into cobblestone and set up another sieve. I guess if you wanted like auto crops plus other things, I don't know why you would do that, but it's an option. What else did I want to cover? I know there were some other things I wanted to cover than just this. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to cover some of the just like general automation information. I might need golden carrots later, so I'll just clear the rest of this crap from my inventory. Okay, so let's grab some redstone. No, that's not how you spell redstone. There you go, much better. That. That's still in my inventory. Give me that. I keep trying to use keyboard, or keep trying to use my controller with the keyboard, which is not how that works. So no, there we go. Hello? Keyboard, there we go. Okay. Chest. And hopper. And then we'll just grab dirt. Okay, so some basic information. And note, if you've already watched the other guides, just stop here, because like I'm pretty sure I covered at least, or maybe don't stop here, but I'm pretty sure I've covered at least most of the information in the medium one, just somewhere over there. But so first off, as you can tell by this setup, hoppers are not necessary. They are if you're using the storage drawers add-on for now, because there are some interesting glitches with hammers at least and drawers. I don't know if they also apply to the auto sieves, but hopefully that'll be fixed soon, so that won't be necessary. But give me that. So thing number one, when you are using if you want to speed up the hammers, instead of just like hoppering the chest into more chests to add more hammers, use a I don't even have crafters. I need too much stuff to make this work. Actually, here. Actually, no, I don't even need I don't need these. Why do I have these? Okay, let's go grab an auto crafter real quick. Give me that. Okay. So like I said, instead of just more chests as the solution to your problem, do this. If you have storage drawer, actually wait, no, don't do that. If you have storage drawers, you can do what's it called? If you have storage drawers, you can use a compacting drawer. You have to set it first. You can't just like put a hopper straight into a compacting drawer and expect everything to work. Also, you need a filtered output on the bottom. But anyways. Okay, good. That didn't even 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, if you have watched the guide videos on that, this is a thing I tested that does work. You do not need a repeater there, so I have no idea why I have a repeater. I have a stack of them, so I have to drop them manually. But yeah, so that, and then the hammers can sieve that down into whatever. So you'll want to do that, and then have a hammer, and then right now an update is like mentioned before. A lot of this will be changed by updates coming. These, not these specifically, but there will be auto sieves that can sieve down compressed gravel or whatever. So right now what you would do is you would hammer it down into gravel, and then maybe if you wanted to sieve dirt, sure. If you wanted to sieve sand, again, sure. I'm pretty sure this has a better iron yield, so like if you're looking specifically for iron, maybe that would be better than this. I don't know. You'd have to look at the loot table or just like figure it out on your own. Or if you're looking for gold, dust is the only way to get gold. Also, I mean, if you're looking for like echo shards or amethyst or whatever. It also would be like a much better gunpowder farm than like anything you could reasonably set up with it, with like a mop grinder, unless you have an add-on that gives you a way to like make a creeper spawner or whatever. Yeah, but yeah. So then, I mean, you just if you want something other than gravel, you just so this would be your chest where the compressed is going, and you just filter it through all these hammers. And it is more compression does make this faster because, well, like I mentioned, this is faster than 9 hammers, or well, 1 hammer and a crafter. So 2 crafters and a hammer would be faster than what would that be? 80? It would be 9 times. Yeah, it would be like that'd be a lot of hammers. So then you get the double compressed and et cetera, et cetera. You do for this, you would want to use the iron because the iron can keep up with the output of 2 hoppers. Like it's faster, which again, that's another thing the devs mentioned they're changing. Actually, they're going to be making or I shouldn't say they will. They have not committed to anything yet, but they've said they are planning on making a better hopper, which can extract. Hopefully, if they do this, can keep up with even the netherite cobble generator, which right now is just like beyond excessive. The a gold, which produces 16 in the time this produces 1, and then an iron, which produces 8 in the time this produces 1, is faster than if you have 2 hopper minecarts and 8 hoppers below those minecarts, all extracting, which is the fastest in the game you can possibly extract from a double chest. So that'll be very interesting if they do that. And that's why this is basic information. So how you would set that up, if that's what you wanted, is you would need, well, first you'd need a hopper cart, obviously. You would need a rail. It's just easier to search for a powered rail than a regular rail, but they're not, the hoppers, the hopper mine carts aren't going to be on the rails, so it does not matter what kind of rail you use. Hoppers go there, so actually I want that layer. It obviously doesn't matter if the chest is over these 2 hoppers or these 2, but it does need to be over either these 2 or these 2. Because if the chest is over these 2, if it's this way, it won't work. And if it's not over either these 2 or those 2, then you can't set the hopper carts up correctly. But so here, I'll show you how to do that now. Ideally, you wanted it to be facing that way. If you set this up, so if you rotate this 90 degrees so that the hopper carts or so that the minecart rails are just facing the correct direction, then you obviously only need the 1, but it's easier when it faces the way I had it, so yeah. I need 2. And then you push it this way. And then you put a stack of something in there and confirm that each hopper has 8 of that thing. That's not a stack. Okay, there's 8 of those in here. So these 2, or well, these 4 hoppers are working correctly. Now, are these ones working? Yeah, these ones are also working correctly. Okay, so it doesn't need, the hopper carts don't need to be exactly this way, but it does make it easier. So then you could use this feeding into quite a few crafters. I would probably do 2 crafters per hopper. Or no, I'd do 1 crafter per 2 hoppers. So that would get you compressing the cobblestone quite quickly. And like I said, for this you need, or well, you don't need, but having, I keep trying to type as if I'm on Xbox. Do that. You need at least this and this. You could also do a diamond, but this is cheaper because you don't need stick diamond blocks. As you can see, that is just barely keeping up. You watch the producing two more per, I believe it's a second is how long they produce. But yeah, and like I said, this produces 8 and 16 per interval. I think it's I'm just gonna go for a second. So yeah, and then the diamond does 32. It's the tier. So ignoring the cobblestone tier, so starting at the iron tier, 2 irons produce the same as 1 gold. 2 golds produce the same as 1 diamond. 2 diamonds produce the same as 1 netherite. I'm wondering what would be interesting is if when they do that updated item pipe hopper or whatever it's called, what would be very interesting is if it can keep up with 2 netherites, because they have not confirmed that. All they said is if they make this item, which they have not confirmed, they have mentioned they're thinking about it. If they do this, it will be able to keep up with 1 netherite. But who knows? It would be very nice if it could keep up with 2 netherites. That'd be phenomenal. You could make the things you could do with that. But yeah, sadly, also for anyone wondering, sadly, if you make all these auto hoppers, no, I want the auto hopper. You cannot just put what's it called? You can't just put a chest. Oh, it looks like I might have to cut this video a little short. Kind of running out of other things to talk about anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. This does not work, sadly. And I will prove that it does not work. No, that's not simple enough. There we go, much better. See, it's only taking the 1. The other 8 are not powering up. So you do need 1. You can put hoppers here instead. So like you could, I guess, like do hoppers like feeding, like do like so do that, this, and then just do like a loop, and then they would just, those would be able to, I'm pretty sure they would. I'll confirm that real quick. Yeah, so that would work. You could do that, although I would be a little concerned about lag. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. If I think of more things, I'll throw it in a pinned comment or something. Goodbye.